I just replaced the neck pickup on this 68 Telecaster with a vintage pickup from 1968. It had an unknown pickup when I got it. This pickup here. If I can get it close enough you can see it a little better. And I'd say this pickup was pretty much lacking treble response. It had some interesting characteristics. It was pretty responsive to how hard I picked. Had a kind of a nice mid-rangey sound. Some people might like that better, but I really missed the treble, especially when I made that last video. And I remarked on it how I couldn't hear the quack of the Tele and the setting with both pickups together. This was in the overdriven amp, the Vox, and I could not hear in the neck pickup alone on the Vox a good sound overdriven. It didn't seem like it really did anything extra. It had more sustain, but there was just no good distortion, I guess you would say. Just kind of louder and sustain, maybe fatter. And so then when I played my partscaster with the 51 pickups through the same distortion on the Vox, the neck pickup only, it had a great distorted sound. I just was blown away by it immediately. And so I wanted to see if putting in the 68 pickup made any difference. And it did, as you'll see. I hope you can hear it. I noticed it when I was playing. I got a better distorted sound on the Vox with the 68 pickup, which has a lot more treble. I noticed that the pickup as well was more microphonic. You can hear I'm hitting the body of the guitar. This is on the Deluxe Reverb amp, the clean amp. That was not true of the pickup I took out. And so I really felt, after I made that video and heard that video, that I had to change out this pickup. I had the original pickup in the bridge with this guitar, and now I've got a period pickup in the neck. I probably could have gotten, in fact I know I could have gotten a good sound and probably quite similar sound from a reissue pickup. I just wanted to hear what the real thing sounded like. That's why I paid, I'd say, 4 times as much as I would have paid for the reissue to get the real thing. And I'm not sorry that I did it. It's neck pickup, volume all the way up, treble all the way up. I'm going to turn off the amp now. This was all on the Deluxe Reverb here with the same setting as in the last video. Here's the 2 guitars, the 68 and the partscaster, acoustically. Let's compare the 2 guitars acoustically. I think you'll see quite a difference even there. You might even say that the partscaster was louder. I'd say it had more of a mid-rangey sound, and this has more treble overtones. And that's just a characteristic of the 2 guitars, perhaps a little bit of the strings. This is, I have 10s on here, I have 11s on the partscaster. And Rick Beato made a video showing that to tighten up the bass, he had, as a producer, used tube screamers for, loud metal sounding bands to tighten up the bass. And somebody told him once, oh, you could get the same effect simply by using lighter gauge strings. And he did a whole video where he compared gauges of strings and concluded that 8s were the best, and that's what he uses. Get more of a, I'd say, a high mid-range out of the lower gauge, the lighter gauge strings. So this with the 10s is probably getting some of that over the 11s in the partscaster. However, I do feel that, so it's too bad I don't have the same gauge in both. On the partscaster, I was trying to make sort of a Julian Lage guitar where he uses 12s. He's a jazz guy, so I put 11s on it. And but I still think it would sound characteristically similar to what it already does, even with the lighter gauge strings. Some of that's probably the rosewood neck, maybe just the body of the guitar itself. This guitar here is older. I'd say probably an ash body from, yeah, in fact, from the grain I know, that's what we've got here. And the wood's drier, finish older. The neck, maple, I think a lot of it's due to the maple neck, honestly. I think that seems to make a spankier sound. Yeah, I guess I that's my feeling. I can't really prove that, but it just seems that, yeah, I guess that's just a feeling. The other one has a rosewood fretboard. I'm going to maybe test that out some more. Anyway, I think, you know, it's pretty clear this acoustically, the two guitars have differences in their sound, and yet the pickups on the partscaster are so trebly, they're the 51 reissue, that has a lot to do with the amped sound on that guitar. And this guitar, the 68, being brighter, acoustically, you'd think that would overcome a lot of things, but in the neck pickup, it didn't on the old pickup that I had in there. So that was interesting too. This is a 68 Telecaster, sold to me as a 69, and it's been refinished. And the serial number on the neck plate seemed to, it matches a 68, so anyway, I'm calling it a 68. The neck may not have been from this guitar. There's a bit of a gap right here, more than you would expect. The frets also, though, were sticking out quite a bit when I got it, so maybe the maple neck just, you know, over time it dried out and it pulled back, but I'm not so sure. I'm suspecting this was changed out. Maybe this guitar might have been sold as a rosewood neck, which I think was much more common at that time than somebody wanted the maple, so they put it on. This neck, though, seems to be also from the right period, nitro finished, and the headstock, the tuners, of course, have been changed out. I'm okay with that. They're good ones, made in West Germany, so you know, that tells you it was before the wall came down on these tuners. The neck, I mostly got this guitar because the neck was so worn, following the Eric Clapton logic that somebody must have played it a lot. This neck seems to have been on there a long time. It had the orange felt from the case. I left a little bit of it on. I don't know if you can see it. I took most of it off, but left just a little bit. It, you know, had been on the guitar long enough that it picked up the stuff from the vintage case. And so I think this neck has probably been on there, I'm guessing, since the 60s or maybe the early 70s, if it was changed out. Here we are on the Vox amp, same settings as the last video. Volume all the way up, tone all the way up, treble all the way up, neck pickup. Better turn it on. Vox amp, neck pickup. all the way up. I think you'll hear that it's breaking up quite a bit more. Let's hear both pickups together. Volume all the way up, tone all the way up. I complained before that on the Vox amp with the overdrive I couldn't hear the quack of the Telecaster. And then I actually heard it a bit on the playback of the video, but not while I was playing. Let's see how it sounds now with the middle position, treble all the way up, volume all the way up. Can't really hear the quack. Let's move to the Deluxe Reverb. Neck pickup, volume all the way up, treble all the way up, the tone knob all the way up, in other words. I have some issues with my nut on the high E string. I believe the string is moving around a little in the slot and I need to do something about that. You hear that on the open string, not on the rest of the strings though. Let's hear both pickups pickups together. That was my cat. You must heard meowing back there. Both pickups together, the click on this, of course, on the Deluxe Reverb will be pretty good. Volume all the way up, treble all the way up. To me, the lesson is the importance of treble. Some people may like a bassier sound, a mellower, more warm. Maybe that's considered warmer, and that's all fine and good. And I have to say though that you can do more with the treble. When you're overdriving, you've got more work to work with, more overtones, more sound of the pick attack will get captured by the amp if you've got a better treble response. Thanks for watching.